Welcome to another tip of the week. And this week I'm going to talk about algorithms. Okay, so let's go. So I'm creating a course for PHP, and I just uploaded a course for JavaScript. And when I was planning the course, I thought, oh, okay, I got to talk about algorithms. But I've already talked about that algorithm on JavaScript. Yes, because any language, programming language you're teaching from the beginning, you have to talk about algorithms. Okay, so I decided to make a tip of the week. And now you're going to tell me, oh, algorithms is something super complicated. We're always seeing on TV and stuff like that. They're talking about the algorithm. Algorithm isn't something super complicated. An algorithm is the steps you have to take, is the description of the steps you have to take, the orders you need to give to achieve a certain result. Okay, so I'm going to use an example. I'm going to use the example of cooking a steak. Okay, so you defrost the meat, you season the meat, you get the pan, you place the pan on the fire until the pan is hot, you place the steak on the pan according to a cooking show expert here in Brazil until the steak loosens in the bottom and there's blood coming out from the top. Then you turn the steak, then you wait for the steak to loosen again. Then you take the pan out of the fire, then you turn off the fire, of course, and then you serve. Okay? So those are the steps you need to cook a steak and to serve the steak. So that's this algorithm of cooking a steak. And you can see here that you even have conditionals in this algorithm. You have to place the pan on the fire until the pan is hot. You have to place the steak on the pan until the steak loosens and the blood comes out. So that's an if else or a while, okay? Because until something happens, you have to do this. You can optimize this algorithm by organizing in functions. So I separate here the steps into functions, and on my next step, I call these functions. So you optimized the algorithm. And that's an algorithm. An algorithm are the orders, the steps you have to take to reach a result. And the way you write an algorithm, if you're writing in code, if you're writing in a programming language, is in that programming language. So when someone is talking about the algorithm, oh, we have to see the algorithm. They mean is I need to see the code to see how the code works, okay, to reach that step. You can write an algorithm in any language, be that a spoken language like English, Portuguese, or any other language, or in a programming language such as PHP, JavaScript, Java, C#, and so on. You can think of when you're doing your planning, let's say I have an app I want to make for iOS and for Android, and I have to write that in Java and Swift. I can do my first step of planning the app, planning what the app needs to do, what steps that needs to take to reach a result. For, say, in English, saying I have to collect this input, I have to treat this input this way, I have to give this output to my user. So then you translate that algorithm to each language, and you're going to end up with 3 algorithms. But that planning helps you out because you already had the pre-planning, and writing in each language makes that easier because you thought about, for instance, do I need a database? How is that database going to work? Which tables do I need? Which fields do I need? Are the tables related? Is this a relational database? Do my languages accept classes and objects? So if yes, then I can plan the classes and objects. And so then translating to the actual language I'm going to use is a lot easier and allows me to think my algorithm in an optimized manner, in the way this works the best, So that's a very simplified explanation of an algorithm, but that's all you need to know to be able to learn a new language. Know that what you're writing is an algorithm, okay? Because you're writing the steps, the orders you're giving to achieve a certain result. Okay? So that was all. That was super easy. So I'll see you next week. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to leave, as usual, links to my courses. And I just launched a JavaScript course in Portuguese But if you're interested, go check that course out and my courses, okay?